Mechanicus are united by a cast-iron belief in the machine god, in his living prophet, the Omnissiah, and the animating energies of the motive force. To them, war is part of a holy quest, and such warriors are rightly feared. The Adeptus Mechanicus go to war in organizations known as battle congregations. Each consists of servitors, skitari, walkers, priests, and robots, usually from a single forge world. The forces available to each tech priest Dominus are a reflection of his status within the labyrinthine hierarchy of the cult Mechanicus. However, such is the desperation of the hour, and in the case of Mars, the intensity of Call's demands upon his underlings that the forces sent to locate and harvest Blackstone are broken down into small elite gatherings, rather than the sprawling processions of chanting warriors expected. Many of the tech priests that lead these hunting parties have been forced into active duty for the first time in centuries. Those accustomed to controlling their skitari minions from the relative safety of low orbit now find themselves on the front line, fighting an ancient war the Necrons had won aeons before and may yet win again. A key tenet of the Martian creed is the concept that the flesh is weak, easily damaged, prone to rot, and giving off all manner of offensive emanations. The archetypal human form is something the Adeptus Mechanicus tend to leave behind as they become ever more senior. The more powerful a member of the Adeptus Mechanicus, the more cybernetics he will tend to have. After all, the blessed flesh and alloy of the machine does not perish as does flesh. Each new implant or instance of unnecessary surgery lends the supplicant a closer connection to the machine god. The fact they readily cast aside that which makes them human is given little thought. To the Adeptus Mechanicus, to be expunged of weakness, of fear, of doubt, and of irrational emotion is an admirable goal. It is but a small matter if concepts such as compassion, temperance, mercy, and free will are put aside along the way. Hunched in the manner of an old man at first glance, a tech priest Dominus is in fact the epicenter of a storm of destruction, a walking arsenal of arcane weaponry with a legion of soldiers at his command. Those that stand in their way are pitilessly eradicated by Volkite blasts and bullet-spitting macro-stubbers. As high-ranking adepts of the machine cult, these data predators are sometimes millennia old, their lifespans extended by extensive bionic replacement and high-quality rejuvenat treatments. Every moment of these long lives they spend steeped in the secrets and lore of the Martian creed. They are holy men as much as scientists, war leaders as much as scholastic sages, for they see their true calling as sacred work and will suffer no obstruction to it. The weaknesses and secrets of the priesthood's traditional foes are carefully marshaled and used against the relevant targets with clinical precision. Each tech priest bears a halo of noospheric data, invisible to the augmented eye, but appearing as a bright corona of pure and golden data to the faithful cyborgs of the Omnissiah. With but a glance, a member of the Adeptus Mechanicus can inload 100 relevant facts from one of his kin, allowing the cult Mechanicus to act with uncanny unity on the battlefield. Marching in tireless ranks come the skitari, foot soldiers of the Adeptus Mechanicus, heavily augmented warriors clad in burnished armor and heavy robes. They carry with them weapons of ancient design, yet with a killing punch. Though a Skitari Ranger's galvanic rifle may look much like its flintlock ancestor, the ammunition it fires is so advanced that it can force the target's bioelectric energy to discharge in one single crackling burst, leaving little but a scorched corpse behind. The plasma calivers and arc rifles used by their specialist marksmen are even more deadly in design. They are charged with such high levels of baleful energy that even to be in close proximity to these weapons is to experience a slow degradation of the flesh. The Skitarii themselves bear these eldritch weapons without complaint. The wounds engendered by the use of these killing energies are seen as stigmata, merely another part of the Omnissiah's blessing. Their missing teeth, rotting gums, and lack of hair, just one more sign of their complete devotion. Armigers are long-legged walkers designed to strike hard and fast at critical targets. Nimbler than the primary Imperial Knight patterns, these engines of war carry heavy weaponry powerful enough to break a battle line. The Armiger Warglaive, in particular, is known for the sheer punch it can bring to bear at close quarters. Sprinting into the fray at a shocking pace, it levels a lance-like beam of superheated energy from its thermal spear that can reduce a rockcrete bunker wall to a pool of bubbling lava. Those met by the ensuing charge are struck with an expert sweep of the Armiger's Reaper Chain Cleaver, a saw-toothed weapon that mangles metal and gnaws flesh to ruin with each shuddering impact. It is common for Armigers to attack in groups. This practice has its roots in the long-standing feudal tradition of men-at-arms, accompanying each knight when on the hunt. One Armiger squire staying close to protect their liege lord, while companions drive the quarry from its lair, typically with one at medium range and one as close as possible. This triple strike tactic is echoed even when the Armigers go to war as outriders, one of the walkers remaining near its commander whilst its allies close with the targets. The Armigers will then make a staggered advance, the forward parties keeping the foe engaged as the rearguard mounts a new assault. Armigers are piloted by the lesser nobles of each knight household, those whose lineage is not directly linked to the lords of the court, donning the fabled helm Mechanicus, with which the spirit of man and war machine are linked. The helm is connected by invisible chains of data to the throne mechanical of their noble liege, chains so strong they can be plucked as the strings of a puppet in times of need. The bond is so profound that should a lord take up the life of a freeblade, his Armigers will often join him on his quest. Some such Armigers disappear from Imperial records, whether in glory or disgrace. Their loyalty remains true.